I'm a Pitbull, and I approve this message.
Man, that's
Hey, what's happening, everybody? We are back. It's Conversations with a Pitbull Live. I'm Daniel Mason.
and I would be Foster Corder, the parent of my Pitbull Grip.
That's right. Hey, we're back from a little hiatus. We took some time to run around the nation and do some wonderful things. We just got back from Chicago and Indiana. What were we doing out there? Tell them a little bit about it.
Goodness, man, Chicago was off the chain. I only put up one picture on Facebook, and but a lot of other people did. Carrie and the Puppy Mill Project. Just a tongue twister on early Saturday morning. I know it's 12 o'clock in New York, but it's still early here. It was absolutely wonderful. We walked down Michigan Avenue. You guys are going to see a whole lot of that video. Danny and I did a great episode and a whole show actually on that. These headphones, I understand.
Yeah, we had some little kids out there hosting with us. What's up, Leah and Emmy? Love you guys. Thanks for helping us out. We also made it out to Indiana and got to see our friend Laura.
And Piper.
And Piper, the therapy pit bull. That
Piper
was really
healed me.
That was really awesome. And we also stopped by the Porter County Animal Shelter and talked with our friends over there to see what the shelters are doing. We've just been doing a lot of wonderful things, thanks to Pitbull Energy Drink. They've been sponsoring us and allowing us to get out and help spread the word, educate through entertainment. Usually before we get the show started, we wanted to mention that there are a couple wonderful dogs that unfortunately passed away. And, there's so much you can say about these wonderful dogs, but one of the dogs that passed away was Duncan. His mom Lisa. We want to send our love out to you. If you guys know Duncan, he's been battling some tough issues or whatever, but he kept loving and spreading his love, to the very end. And then there's also Roger, who's a Doc Irene's dog, also passed away. So we wanted to send our love to them.
Yep, and as hard as that was, I woke up this morning to another passing of my iMac.
Oh, wow.
I have no notes. I have nothing. I'm so sorry.
Well, we're
I
going to
can't
wing
join
it like
in
the
this,
old school.
In the chat, guys.
And one last order of business, too. Our good friend Paula Archer, her son, Matt Osterhout, is having a birthday tomorrow, so we wanted to send our shout-out and love to you guys.
That's right, because you got lucky. Matt was born to the best mom in the world.
Hey, man.
So you should be having a great
you didn't have
birthday,
to get rescued. You got born right into a good family with Paul over there. So much love to you guys. So check it out. We got an awesome show for you guys today. We got a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful in-studio guest, one of Foster's dear friends.
I got to tell you, okay, we got lucky. This guy is not only an actor, he's been in animal support and rescue, and not just dogs. I mean, I tried to meet him like 5 years ago or something like that, because he had a website called Flaunt Your Pet, and he's just well known. He's very popular around. I got to tell you, we saw each other 20 years ago, and I was working on a little picture that you guys might have heard of, the trailer and the music video for the Addams Family. I was producing that, and it was really, really hard at that time. And his father took me in and made me very welcome, him and Angelica Houston. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Raul Julia Jr.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Do-do-do-do.
I'm doing fine, man.
Hey, man, thanks for
Getting up and coming to visit us, brother, man.
All right, because we're going to talk about, what Raul is doing. And, well, tell us what you're doing.
Well,
man.
hold on. We're going to come back to that. We got to let people know who else is on the show. We've got some international guests also going to be joining us. We've got our friend Nicole, who's down in Germany.
Oh yeah,
they've got the Soca walk out there, and then we've also
Soca run.
The Soca run. I'm sorry.
That's right. But you could, I know.
Hey, some people
of us walk and some of us
we got
run.
a couple extra pounds on us. It's the Soca walk. You know what I'm saying? And then we also have some people joining us from down under.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Australia in the house.
Oh, that's the Queenslanders. That's Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy King.
Oh, Sammy King from the Queenslander against dog theft and
Dog theft. So look, we're gonna come back with all that stuff in a second. We're gonna pay some bills real quick, and then we'll be right back with more conversations with a Pitbull live. You guys stay tuned.
I got something to tell you guys today.
With a Pitbull live, a show about dogs, the people that love them, and real issues. Brought to you by Pitbull Energy Drink. Available in a wide variety of flavors, guaranteed no aftertaste. CWAPB Live will be right back after this dog fact of the day.
Ancient Egyptians revered their dogs. When a pet dog would die, the owners shaved off their eyebrows and mourned aloud for days. Please support your local rescue groups. They do more to support your community than any others.
All right, we're back. Yeah.
Hey.
Paying the bills.
There you go.
So anyway, brother, sorry to cut you off, man. Raul Julia Jr. is in the house, and
That's right.
a wonderful actor, but also a man that's on the front line with these animal
That's
rights
right.
issues. What's happening with you, Raul?
Well, I'm a little excited. Hey, thanks for inviting me to the show, man.
Oh, man, thanks for coming
Thanks
down.
for coming, man. It's been a long time.
Dude, I still remember the time when I met you on the set, and I do remember other people there, obviously, but when you have 100 people on one set, it's hard to remember every single one. But I kept a good memory of almost everyone,
Yeah, I remember them all because I was writing checks.
Well, you were the producer of the music, with the executive producer of the soundtrack, with MC Hammer.
Yeah, well, not the music, but the video.
The video, the video, yeah. And
You were working on the can't touch this. Did you work with the dude with the hair that went up like this too?
Oh yeah. What was it? Left. I forgot all their names.
Man, so you're the one that took all Hammer's money?
No,
Both of y'all.
I was trying to save.
I was looking at that
I was
leather
trying to
jacket
save
Raul had
her.
on. Raul had a nice leather jacket when he walked in. I'm like, man, Hammer, you gotta come find out where all your money went. We got Foster and Raul over here taking your money, brother, man.
No, I was trying to save Hammer money.
It was a good experience meeting you. I know, although we talked very little, and because my dad was kind of like doing his fencing, with the sword, and that was it. All I remember was, the producer telling me, you got to let your father do his thing, Raul, just stay on the side, stay on the side. I wanted to be on the movie.
Oh man, so tell everybody, man, what you're doing. The people that may not know, but you're not, and you haven't been just in the dog world and saving dogs and supporting rescue and adoption, but you're dealing with all kinds of other animals.
Well, I grew up with animals. I was raised with dogs, and it is our responsibility as human beings to protect, animals, simply because we have invaded their space.
Yep.
We have made them we have humanized them, and
Right.
because we have humanized dogs and the cats and birds and even whales.
Tell me about the whale thing. That's you've been working with, what's the whale's name?
Lolita the killer whale.
Right, for a long time.
Well, this whale is a travesty of justice. Let me tell you why. Because this wonderful animal was captured, took her away from her family many years ago from the waters of the Puget Sound. She's been in captivity for the past 40-something years in a small little tank beyond any prison cell in this planet. She's confined to a small little tank, stinky little tank full of salt water. And she has to perform 3 shows every day to entertain, the masses. And this guy has a nerve to say that she's happy where she is. How can you be happy where you are?
Yeah.
How can you even say that? That's an atrocity. I mean,
that's like the happy elephant who's chained up to the stake and gets prodded, for everybody to come out and pay.
I want this guy to spend 6-7 days in prison by himself, and I want to hear that he's happy.
Yeah.
Locked up. I mean, that's the most ridiculous statement I ever heard. That animal needs to go back to her family. So this is one of the campaigns we're taking. I've been involved with this campaign for maybe 6-7 years, with some very important people from Washington, like Howard Garrett, who is the original campaign leader, and I decided to join him because I see the amount of I don't even know. I'm just so upset.
I know.
I get it, bro.
I'm very upset about
You
the
guys
fact.
been doing it for
Well,
a
the
long
good thing
time.
is that you're getting active, man. And you got some people out there that are rolling with you to help support. You know what I mean? It's all about getting active, and we've been trying our best to get active and stuff. And now that we know, we'll help keep putting the word out. We're gonna talk a little bit more with Raul about some of the wonderful things that he's working on, not only on the entertainment side, but definitely on the animal side in a second. We've got our buddy Fred Crais that joins us each week with Pitbull Legal News to help educate us and the population out there, all our fans, about some of the things that are developing on the news side. As you can see, I'm rocking Fred's T-shirt. Fred hooked me up with the 3X, with the Pitbull Legal News T-shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Wow.
Foster likes to keep me in the collared shirts or whatever, but I was like, hey, man, my boy Fred sent us this, so I'm a rock it. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Pitbull Legal News,
You got a T-shirt.
safer communities for all of us.
So
So
I'm a-
Fred, are you out there, buddy?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, man?
Good.
Look
So
at you
I
with the.
like the fact that you have my shirt on.
Hey, I got it on
And,
backwards because.
Those dogs on there are my dogs.
Oh, really? That's right.
Barney,
Hopefully,
Hope, and Mickey.
hopefully nothing happened to him during the making of these T-shirts because I don't see him in the
They're
background.
fun. So the idea is, hey, all kind of dogs.
Well, tell us, Fred, what's going on in the world of news out there with the pit bulls and with the animals? What should we be knowing about?
Well, I'll start out with the bad news first, which is there was a pit bull in Quincy, Massachusetts, named Kaya, who was, I'm not going to get into the gruesome details, but was tortured to death. The Animal Rescue League of Boston is looking for any clues, and there's a reward out. There's going to be a vigil tonight at, I think, 5 o'clock. You can check out the Facebook page, which is called, let me see here, Justice for Kaya, I think. And support that. The district attorney is going to speak at 5 o'clock about what's going on with the case. But it's probably one of the worst. It's a puppy. It was a pit bull mix, one of the worst kinds of torture and abuse that I've seen since I followed this. So let's hope that they find who did it and that they can, get the culprit and sentence him to some jail time, because it was a really horrific thing. The other thing that everybody should know about and get behind is Rebecca Corey, who is a comedian, actress, producer.
Wow. Fred,
out there in your part of the woods, Foster.
Fred, you must be psychic,
LA,
man.
it's starting the Million Pitbull March on Washington.
Yep.
Fred, let me tell you, I
it's
think
going to be for May 3rd, 2014, next year. But she's starting it now. She has a Facebook page. The idea is to get as many pit bull owners to go to Washington, D.C. on that day. There will be no dogs. Reason, two reasons. One, it's a physical, legal liability issue of having all those dogs in one place. And second of all, there's a police issue. When you have a march on Washington, you have to hire porta potties, police, and all that. And my advice would be don't have dogs, because there have been these kinds of public events, and police have gotten overzealous and killed and hurt dogs while they were playing or whatever. So having dogs would be a distraction, but the more people that we can get to go to this, the more we can show the White House and everyone else that pit bulls are popular and that we want equality for these dogs. So
Hey,
I
Fred.
think that's important too.
Hey, Fred, you know what?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hey, man.
Yes.
You know, and we haven't talked, and that's amazing, because I pulled up the interview with Rebecca on your show, and I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. But she's coming on. She'll be back in town, she said, in October, around the first of the month. And I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what I wanted to say today. It's two things. First, I got something to say to Rebecca. I got something to say to our fans and all the pit bull community. But I first have something to say to Fred Crais. Fred, as of this week, you and your show will be officially sponsored by Pitbull Energy Drink.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So you can't quit your day job. 'Cause Danny and I are still selling oranges by the freeway and taking these Pitbull cans back to the recycler.
I got a good freeway corner on my,
But you know what? The good thing about Pitbull Energy Drink is it's what you need for your show at 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's
You
absolutely.
got that right. You should have.
Everybody's drinking it while they're watching your show.
Hey man.
Hey man, when Raul rolled in here, he said he's on a special diet and stuff like that. He said, "Man, I need something that's sugar free." You know, doctor's gonna crack the whip on me. He said, "Hey, we got sugar free." Went right to the good refrigerator and hooked him up with what he needed. So that's cool, man. But anything else that you wanted to let us know on, Fred, real quick?
There's one other thing. And it's out in your side of the country, so I thought we should bring it up. Riverside County is having a mandatory spay-neuter law that they're pushing.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about last time.
Hearing on, I got to look at my list here, on October 8th.
Yeah.
And Josh Liddy is going to be there. But the interesting thing about this, and there's another place in Washington called Yakima, Washington. They have breed bans that specify that if your dog has any element of pit bull in it, it's targeted. And any element means 1%. Can you imagine sitting in your house with a mixed dog with 1%, and they come and say, "Hey, your dog's a pit bull. We're taking it, or we're making you spay and neuter it." Everybody's for spay and neuter, but it's been shown that mandatory spay neuter usually doesn't work that well. In any case, when people think about breed-specific legislation or breed discriminatory legislation, they think about, well, if your dog is a pit bull, how is that defined? And nobody imagines that you can define it as just 1%.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
The pit bulls that I know out here, they're out here licking people's faces, and we saw a pit bull therapy dog. So I'm like, if you're gonna lock us up for the qualities of a pit bull, then everybody's gonna be in trouble, because there's some really loving,
But it's
awesome
so
dogs. You know,
it's so over-inclusive, 1%.
ridiculous.
Miami, which is one of the biggest cities, they require 70%.
Wow.
Right.
So it's terrible and this is what the Riverside ordinance is going to say. 1%. If your dog's 1%, it's a pit bull.
Well, they're right in our backyard, so we gotta try to jump on them.
Oh yeah.
You need to remember what that means 1%.
Well, Fred,
Fred,
tell them real quick where they can tune into your show, and give them the proper information so they can listen and get more information.
Okay, now that I'm sponsored by Pitbull Energy Drink, I'm going to have to really give the correct information instead of just
Just winging it.
sort of vague stuff. We're on Blog Talk Radio. It's Pit Bulletin. You guys keep saying Pit Bull, but it's Pit Bulletin, like a bulletin. Bulletin. Pit Bulletin Legal News. If you go to Blog Talk Radio and Google that, you'll see that we have that show is on every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. This week we're having a dog trainer named Yvette Van Veen from Canada. And we're going to have on, there's a lawsuit going on in Prince George County, Maryland, to overturn their BSL. And we're going to have the lawyers on to talk about that.
Okay, see, we did it because we did it in the.
Well, look, if you're getting
Ebonics.
sponsorship and people don't even know what the name is, then imagine what it's going to be like once they know what the actual name is. We're about to blast your show off, an incredible show. That's our friend Fred Crais out there with Pit Bulletin Legal News. You guys tune into his show. We're going to go pay some bills and come right back with Raul Julia. All right, you guys stay tuned. You're watching Conversations with a Pitbull Live.
You're watching Conversations
Bye.
with
See you,
Pitbull
Fred.
Live, a show about dogs, the people that love them, and real issues. Brought to you by Pitbull Energy Drink. Available in a wide variety of flavors, guaranteed no aftertaste. CWAPB Live will be right back after this dog fact of the day.
In 2003, Dr. Roger Mugford invented the wagometer, a device that claims to interpret a dog's exact mood by measuring the wag of its tail. Please support your local rescue groups. They do more to support your community than any others.
All right, we're back.
Hi.
That was our buddy Fred Crais. You're in the house with Conversations with a Pitbull Live. We're trying to educate through entertainment. And you saw Foster over there dancing and stuff. I mean, we didn't
Love that
discuss this
song.
part, but, we got to keep him under wraps and
That's
stuff.
right. Hey, well, I know we got a guest or two Skyping in, so just cut me off. Well, no, let's go to Raul.
Okay.
Okay?
You got a question for him, or you just want him to start dancing or tap dancing or what?
No.
These directors, I'll tell you, man, you got to watch these dudes. Like, they'll just be like, just like they know you're supremely talented, like Raul, and then they'll just say, hey, man, just do your thing. And they just want to sit back and eat coffee and eat everybody's donuts. But I'm here to crack the whip and get my assistant director on and, ask the brother a question. Ask him something specific so he can demonstrate
the question,
I hear something, earlier. Sorry if I interrupt. Something about these laws.
Yeah, the BSL and the...
Yeah.
Well, I believe that it's our responsibility to stop those who are passing laws without our consentment. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got to fight for that. They can't come up with laws without, a referendum. They just go freely passing laws, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Those laws affect animals dramatically and drastically. So I think it's up to us, the community, to take action. So
I totally.
Sammy on Skype.
Okay.
Hey, we're trying to get our buddy Sammy King to Skype in. So, Sammy, if you're listening, go ahead and Skype in so we could hit you up and get talking to you. Raul, what are you working on, like entertainment wise? Like, what are some of the things that you're doing outside of the animal rights stuff?
Well, I did a film for Warner Brothers. That was 5 years ago. It's called Clash. And I took some time off to write this book that I just finished, actually. It's called Chronicles of the Mayan Tunnel. And I teamed up with my man Wesley Snipes to produce the film based on the book. And, I'm waiting for... So we've been working on that. And also, dedicating a lot of time to help animals get involved with other, issues, and campaigning and try to come up with ways to get Lolita out of that stinky tank in Florida,
Yeah. Hey, Raul, we got a Skype on the line. Who is?
Hey, man, Conversation with a Pitbull is global, man. We got our friend Nicole is going to chime in with us all the way from Germany.
Spreche Sie Deutsch?
Frederick and Dorsch.
Spreche Sie Deutsch?
Tell me how to say it, Nicole.
Nicole, are you there?
I'm here. I hope you can understand me.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Oh, man, we're wonderful. What time is it there?
We got 6.5.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you better go to bed. Hey, okay, so, we had been going back and forth, with emails, and I so appreciate, you coming on and, so tell everyone else, because, tell us about what you guys are doing over there, because you guys got the same problems we do.
We got the same problem since 1992. It starts in Bavaria, and since 2000 we got it nationwide, some kind of ESL. So we have to have a criminal clean record, a dog's pass that have to be repeated in every 4th year. So we have to pay a special tax for these dogs.
Wow.
For example, in Frankfurt we pay 900 euros a year instead of 90 euros for a normal dog. Also, we have to have an insurance, and special insurance for these dogs. And we have to make a test, theoretical and practical, between the relationship between the dog and the owner.
Wow. And is this nationwide, or is it just some cities?
Nationwide, but some countries have another laws.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Europe, you
it's-
can drive 20 miles and be somewhere else. So it's, is there a huge pit bull population?
Yes.
It is.
Number 4
Yeah.
to do
But-
a split screen.
Did you get a chance to hear Fred Crais, our Pitbull Legal News guy?
I don't understand.
Fred Crais, he Skyped on. He does a segment on our show. I was going to ask, do you have lawyers who are dealing in the pit bull laws there that are helping you guys out? How's
Yes,
the
we
battle?
have, of course.
So where's the battle stand at right now? I mean, is it getting better? Is it getting worse? Or?
It's getting worse.
Oh,
Well, you guys have a series of events that you guys do down there. One of them is called the Soca Run. Could you tell us a little bit about that? We've been playing a couple of pictures from your Facebook page showing some of the activism that you guys are doing. Could you tell us a little bit about your Soca Run project?
Yeah, we are making demonstration in every big city. It starts in March and goes to October. Then we make a bully walk every year. And we make information stands and animal shelter parties.
so tell me this: how can our audience help you out when in your fight? What can everybody around the world do to support you guys in some way?
I think only when we stand together we can make an end to the BSL.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to stand together because, again, that takes me right into talking about Rebecca Corey and the Million Pitbull March,
Well,
because we got
before-
to make it a world thing.
Before we
So
go,
ahead.
Nicole, could you tell everybody what your website is or your Facebook so that people can get in contact and help support your guys' mission?
Yeah, it's Soca Run, point, B point.
Okay.
See, now that's why we're here.
Awesome.
When I started this whole thing, it was about unification. Take away all the little petty jealousies. Get vocal. Get media. Because that's what we're fighting against. All these people all over the world are facing the same problem.
Absolutely.
And we all have to come together as one to speak as a voice and show the power and show that the few people who are trying to ban pit bulls, the few idiots who say these dogs are inherently bad.
No, man, you look at some of
Are
these
the
pictures
minority.
from their Soca Run, man, these dogs looks like they have a licking station where they got like the dogs out there licking everybody. So we love what you guys are doing out there, Nicole. Thank you so much for getting up and spending some time with us. We've got your website. If anybody's out there, please go visit their website and their Facebook, support what they're doing. As you can see, Conversation with the Pitbull, it's an international show. And thank you so much, Rita, for hooking up that interview. And we definitely want to have you back on at some point in the future, Nicole. So thank you so
Thank you,
much
sir.
for chiming in.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, oh, that was great. I mean, we have been, talking for a long time. There's so many people around the world, man, that send me emails, and you guys all know how bad I am with emails, so pardon that. But the Million Pitbull March, Rebecca, get in here, because I want to make this happen. We gotta make it happen. Fred said, she just started, but no, she started that a while ago,
man.
And we got to get some momentum.
Their pictures are awesome. Like
I want to get people to start saving $20 a week right now. So by December, you can get your plane ticket, and then another $20 a week. So in another month you'll have it, because we got to be people. Okay, let's be realistic. 1 million people. You got to be giving something away to get 1 million people. But we can get 500,000. I mean, the thing is, if we get to 500,000, then we can get 1 million. But we got to start the mode.
Yeah, just get active.
And she's fighting by herself, and I don't want her to fight by herself.
But we got her back. We're gonna definitely support. We got awesome people like Raul over here and other people that are joining us. So look, we're gonna go check out a video real quick, and then we'll be right back. You guys are watching Conversation with a Pitbull Live. Stay tuned.
We are.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dave, and welcome to Taking Care of Your Pet. In the last couple of episodes, we learned how parvovirus infections start, the treatment of canine parvoviral enteritis, and in this final discussion on the disease, we'll talk about the prevention of parvovirus and the management of your puppy in the aftermath of an infection. The best thing you can do to help protect your dog from the disease and to prevent its spread to other dogs is to vaccinate your puppy. This means getting your puppy to your vet at 6 weeks of age for their first vaccination, and then boostering shots every 3 to 4 weeks up until 16 weeks of age. A single vaccine is not enough. Booster shots are crucial. Veterinarians are not engaged in a money-making scheme to get you back into the clinic. We give boosters for 2 primary reasons. First, with each booster, the number of disease-fighting cells increases in great magnitude. In mathematical terms, you might call it exponential growth. Second, and more importantly, with respect to parvovirus especially, there's a period of time during which the immunity that the puppy received from its mother is at sufficient levels to interfere with the function of the vaccine, but not sufficient enough to protect the puppy from parvoviral infection. This is a really important concept to understand. Exactly when this occurs and for how long is unpredictable and varies from puppy to puppy and litter to litter. Usually by 16 weeks of age, maternal immunity has waned to the point that it no longer will interfere with vaccinations, but it can take as long as 20 weeks in some dogs. If you get a puppy through the newspaper, out of a car trunk, at a flea market, or from a backyard breeder, please make sure that the dog is current on their vaccines. Ask for proof. No matter what the breeder, the seller, the other owner may say, if they cannot prove that the puppy has been vaccinated, assume that they have not. Also, if you are told a puppy has received all of their shots, to a lot of people that just means a single vaccination. One vaccine is not enough. You may read or hear of adverse vaccine reactions. While these do occur, they are relatively rare and for the most part are easily managed. Do not use vaccine reactions as a rationale to not vaccinate your puppy properly. At our clinic, we give hundreds of vaccinations in a busy month, hundreds of them. And honestly, in a bad month, we might get 2 vaccine reactions, which are usually managed and clear up in a day or 2. Other rationales, like my puppy doesn't go outside much, there are no other dogs in the neighborhood, I was going to do it next week, and that one we hear a lot. do nothing but expose your puppy to a deadly disease which can kill in a couple days. In my professional experience, pit bulls, Labrador retrievers, Rottweilers, and Chihuahuas seem the most predisposed to a parvoviral infection. And owners of these breeds should be especially vigilant about maintaining their shots and boosters. We've talked enough about vaccines. Immunology is an extremely technical subject, and one can spend a good portion of a college career simply studying vaccines alone. Do not underestimate their importance. Other things you can do are: try to minimize your puppy's exposure to the feces of other dogs. This is the avenue by which parvovirus is transmitted. A dog which has recovered from the disease and seems perfectly fine can still spread the virus from 2 to 4 weeks after recovery. We call that shedding of the virus. The amount of feces it takes to cause an infection is extremely small. You can easily bring that small amount into your puppy's environment on your shoe, simply by walking outside. I realize that it is all but impossible to keep your puppy perfectly safe from the infection, but I want to get across how easily it is to spread an infection to an unvaccinated dog. If your dog survives a parvoviral enteritis infection, please keep them isolated from other dogs for at least 2 weeks. The virus is susceptible to a 32-to-1 water bleach solution. Clean any surface that may have been contaminated by the feces of an infected dog with this mixture. If you think you have touched or have been exposed to the virus in any way, either by stepping in feces, petting a dog whose coat has been contaminated by feces, you name it, you can disinfect yourself by using this same solution. The virus is extremely hardy and can survive for 7 to 8 months in the environment. While you might think freezing conditions may kill the virus, it actually preserves it. So any time that the virus spends in the frozen ground does not count against the 7 to 8 month time period. Older dogs, if properly vaccinated, are well protected from the disease. The virus prefers to proliferate in the fast-growing cells of a puppy's immune and gastrointestinal systems. We've just covered quite a bit, so we'll quit here. Remember, these videos are not meant to replace a visit to your veterinarian. We're trying to convey the importance of regular veterinary visits, and we hope these installments help you to understand just why this is so. I'm Dr. Dave. Thanks for watching, and thanks for taking care of your pet.
All right. Hey, that was Dr. Dave, one of our resident veterinarian. He lets you guys know about some of the specifics about taking care of your dog. Our good buddy Rita Johnson put those videos together. One of the real things about this show is trying to get some of these dogs adopted. And we have a friend named Carrie that puts together these little pictures that you're seeing on your screen about some of the dogs that are available for adoption, and they really need your help. A lot of these dogs are, they're urgent need. If you look real closely, you might have to replay the video once it's up to see where these dogs are located. We've got some in California, some in New York, some down in the Florida area. So if you have any space in your home or any goodwill, help get these dogs saved. You can adopt them, you can foster them, you can transport them. Just do anything that you can. We want to really thank our buddy Carrie.
You can thank me.
All right, we want to thank Carrie for putting together these videos. And as you can see right now, some of these dogs are getting rescued. I know it's due in very, very small part to this show, even though we feel like we're reaching some people. But there's some people out there that are on the front line with the rescue and that are getting these dogs actually rescued. So your help actually does work. So when you see these dogs, look at those smiles, look at the faces on them. You can make a difference. Get these dogs rescued. We're going to do our part and try to feature them each week so that you can see some of the dogs that are available. We'll have our friend Paula Skype in later on to tell you more about some specific dogs that are available. But if you get a chance, please, please, please help some of these dogs that you've seen available on the screen.
I'm tired of crying every time somebody send me another dog.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, that's why we're doing this. We got to make change.
And we're also doing it to entertain. And speaking of entertainment, we've got our good buddy, Ernest Harden Jr. Ernest was featured on one of our earlier shows. He's a funny, hilarious actor or whatever. He's got a show that's actually going. I mean, tell him about the show.
Hey,
I know they've been doing well out here, but they're about to.
I went to see the play when Ernest was here, and it was incredible. It's a one-man play, and I don't know if our audience understands.
He's joining us on the phone. Ernest,
what's happening, buddy?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, I'm running out to the theater. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. I'm so glad you could call in and just, give us an update. So how's the play going, man?
We start the show tonight at Detroit, Michigan time at 6 o'clock, and we have a reception at 5, and it's at a church called the Greater New Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church.
Yeah, why do people always have them extra long names for their churches, man? Like, what's up with that? Like, our show is like CWAPB Live, can't they?
As a matter of fact, Benjamin Hooks was the great Benjamin Hooks was the pastor here, the one that was who was the head of the NAACP. So this was his church.
Is that his official title, the Great Benjamin Hooks, or that's you just threw that in?
Right.
Because some of these pastors, they be adding extra stuff to their names.
586 Owen Street, and that's Detroit, Michigan, 48202.
What's the show about? Tell the people out there exactly what the name of the show is and what it's about.
Y'all got to see.
The show is about a professor at the University of Arkansas. His name was Caven Thomas, and he had a sort of a radical teaching style. He used some profanity in his classes, and he also showed a graphic picture of, if you know the artist Billie Holiday and her song "Strange Fruit." Well, it was inspired by a photo of these two brothers that were hung back in the day, and so he showed that, and that was the straw that sort of broke the camel's back and got him fired. But then it talks about also he had a bout with schizophrenia and a lot of things, and it talks about him teaching and what happens afterwards. We did it at Michigan State University. We just left. It was in a 600-seat theater. It was packed. And they just stood up, standing ovation. We really did a great job there. So I'm looking forward tonight. I'm looking forward to Detroit. Anybody in Detroit in the sound of my voice, come see this tonight at 6 o'clock. It's going to be great.
Hey, Ernest, I know you said that, I saw the play, and I got to tell you, it's not only fun and you laugh, but I learned so much,
That sounds like our show, man. You trying to bite off our style?
It's a whole history lesson, but you don't curse in that play, do you?
See, you don't even notice the cursing because you get such an education.
Yeah.
And
I felt at home.
He just, the cursing is what really it was part of the reason it got him fired, the fact that he didn't like it. But the students loved him, and the students thought that he was, they just loved him. And so it was just, they realized after they let him go that they made a mistake. But life goes on.
And you did his life justice, man. I mean, the play, I know it's going to end up in Broadway, so before the tickets are costing $200-300 a piece, you guys should check him out. Now, Ernest, we told some people to go see you because we just had a problem with Detroit. So you don't have your dog with you, do you? Because we just had a dog from California get locked up, and they was trying to kill him. Everybody on Facebook helped save him. Dr. Doghouse here. the doghouse.
That's the power of the internet, man.
Robin. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just tell us again real quick, Ernest, where people can go check out your show.
Okay. You said
the Greater Missionary Baptist Church.
Say that again.
You say it again. Tell us where we can go see the show, man. It's our show. Don't be telling us what to do. We're telling you what to do.
It's in Detroit at 586 OWEN Street at
I used to live there.
Mount Moriah Missionary Church.
Man, okay, you got the first lady of the church in there in the background.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, Ernest.
I have a
James
we gotta go, man. It's starting to starting to get like church up in here.
Hey, Ernest. Tell her this is a Pitbull entertainment show. She sounds like she talking to the congregation.
Yeah, it sounds like it's Sunday. This is Saturday.
All we need is a web address. So where's the website?
She said, "Look here, baby. Get you yourself a plate of that chicken and come on in here, baby."
Contact me on Facebook.
There you go. Go to Ernest Harden Jr. on Facebook.
Either keep you posted. I'll have some stuff put up on Facebook and a web address and everything.
Okay, well.
We just got a new web address, and I just don't know it off by heart yet.
But that's okay. They can go to your Facebook page, Ernest Harden Jr.
I know how much energy it takes to be a superstar on the theater stage. You ain't got time for all the social networking stuff. But don't worry. We're going to put Raul on a plane. He's going to help you get all your stuff together so that you just keep it tight and succinct. That's our buddy Ernest Harden Jr. Thank you so much, brother, for tuning in.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, my dog Kobe says hello.
All right, we're gonna have him back in the studio again real quick.
Hey, Ernest.
Yes.
Tell his sister we're going to pass the hat in the studio.
Yeah, pass the Puppy Mill Project hat around because you're going to be okay out there, baby. And for all you people out there that are watching us around the world, don't trip. This is just L.A. like church talk that kind of got mixed into our Pitbull animal rescue saving thing. But that's what happens when you deal with people like Ernest.
And if you go to church tomorrow, you have the congregation pray for some of these dogs, man.
Hey, so look, we're going to I wanted to chat again real quick with our buddy Raul. Paula, if you're out there, we want to get you in the Skype in with us. We're trying to get the adoption segment going as well. But Raul, I heard, buddy, you got like 6 dogs. Is that for real?
Yeah, man. I got 6, and they were all adopted. I got 3 of them were adopted in Puerto Rico. Find Paula. They were wandering on the beach, and I got 2 more. Were from here, and 1 came from, I think, Nebraska or Arkansas, one of those places. So, I got a big family.
How did you know that, like, because a lot of times, like, from some of the groups that we've talked to and whatnot, and some of our little travels, there's definitely like cultural differences with how we kind of grow up with dogs, and sometimes we don't even know like that adopting from shelters and stuff is the thing to do. How did you get to know that, as opposed to just going to a pet shop, that that you should actually adopt a pet from a shelter, et cetera?
Well, you know what I think is buying dogs from pet stores, it's not going to solve the problem.
It's creating problems.
It's actually increasing the problem.
Yeah.
and we're contributing, to, and we're so hypocritical, we're like, oh, no, my dog is from, oh, yeah, you should adopt this. Oh, yeah, you should do this. Oh, my God, there's so many dogs waiting to be adopted. And then, the next day they're buying a dog at the pet store at the mall. I mean,
that's right.
This is ridiculous.
Well, we're going to do something about it. That's why, again, man, it's been 20 years, since I met you on the set with your dad, and you are doing great in the business. You're doing great in the animal world. You've got a great heart, man. We love the work that you're doing. And now I think it's time for us to work together. So, we got a little movie called Conversations with a Pitbull that's getting heat. And
really?
I think you should be part of it.
Oh, my God. I mean, hey, if you have a little space for me.
We got
Somewhere.
more than space. It's so much. I'm telling you, man. I think that's why Rebecca should be in the movie. We all team up together. Just
Hey,
like
we'll bring all our boys to the movie. You know,
we got Gordon,
we got Balkan Woodbine. We got
Gordon. See, but you got like low friends in high places though. See, the audience, audience don't know. You know, there's a guy named Depp that could change the world.
Man, there's a lot of celebrities out here, and if you guys know them, if they live next door to you, tell them that we're doing some good work, and we're trying to make a film called Conversation with a Pitbull to bring some of these issues to the forefront.
And by the way, my man Johnny Depp has 2 Rottweilers.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's your boy.
And he has a Pitbull back in New York.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
God,
so.
I wish I could have a pit bull
in
New York.
I'll tell you guys what kind of dogs I got in my chateau in France too. But right now we're dealing with what we're doing here in LA.
Absolutely.
So.
He could change the world.
Well, you know what? We got Richard Grieco. My boy Richard Grieco has a beautiful, Boxer, terrier. It's just the most beautiful thing in the world. I mean, we can get all these guys.
Yeah, but see, you start bringing Richard Grieco and Johnny Depp around. That means I can't bring my fiance around the set because then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the uglier friends in Hollywood that we can roll with. Somebody more looking like me or Foster. You know what I'm saying?
This will be the 21 Jump Street for dogs. All
right, exactly
for dogs. 21 Jump Street.
That's right.
Dogs.
But see,
hey, look,
everything is timing, man. That's why. All these years, and then Rita brings us back. And she says, "Well, you're Raul." I'm like, Raul.
It's so funny because Rita is on my Facebook page, and then she started mentioning your name, and I'm like, I was scratching my head. I said, Foster Gore, what have I heard his name? And it's like my man, that I saw at the restaurant, Roscoe's,
asking you for change, right?
I'm like, wait, no.
Hey, but look, speaking about timing, I hate to be the bully or whatever, the bully in this group or whatever, but look, we got to go to our friend Paula Archer, who's our resident adoption specialist.
Where's she at?
Because she's been on the front lines getting some of these dogs rescued. Paula, are you out there?
Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Now look, Paula's trying out a new sepia tone Skype thing. So
I'm checking her out. We're gonna but as a DP, I gotta tell you, a little too much headroom, baby. All right, turn that camera down a little bit. But before we do that, happy birthday, honey.
Yeah, happy birthday to your son, Matt. You know what I mean?
The heck with Matt.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Happy birthday to Paula.
Whenever her birthday is.
She was there before you.
She's the mom. Hey, man, moms, you guys don't get enough love. Paula, tell us about these dogs that we got that are available for adoption, please.
Okay, the first one I have today, her name is Princess. She is a 2-year-old, and she is in California right now, looking for her forever home. She's great on a leash. She's friendly and playful. She loves car rides and playing with toys. She's spayed. She is up to date on her shots, and she's house trained. You can check on adopting this dog from Dirty Dogs Animal Rescue in Arizona. Aurora, Colorado, and their number is 303-588-4430. Or you can email them, and you can get that information from me off of Paws Pet Parade if you don't have your pencil with you today. The next 2 that I have, these 2 were turned into the shelter when their owner was arrested. They are about 2 to 3 years old, possibly a little bit younger. They came from the same backyard. They were left there for at least 2 weeks, and no one cared for them. Brindle Boy, he's very friendly, though dominant. He's an all-around friendly boy, and he loves attention. And
kind of like me.
I don't know if a dog doesn't love attention.
Right.
But then we've got the little female that was his co-mate. The female is a little more timid. She's super sweet. She met another female dog and followed her around very sweetly. She's submissive, and she adores affection. She and her buddy haven't had the easiest road from the looks of things, but they're truly a great couple, and they are both beyond sweet. They are located at the California City Animal Shelter in California City, California. 760-373-1115. Next, we have Duchess, and she is such a cutie. She is spayed. She's brindle and white. She's a Pitbull mix, 3 years old. She was the owner's surrender. Duchess is ready for some love and attention. She appears to be house trained. Duchess would love the chance to give you some attention, and once you meet her, her unique face and personality will steal your heart. You can get more information on Duchess from Potter's Angels Rescue, and their email address is pottersangels11@yahoo.com. And if you didn't get that, get a hold of me on Facebook. I'll be glad to give you the information. Next, we have Brunswick. Brunswick stole my heart. Brunswick was found by the local police department, chained to a tree and brought into the station. He wouldn't take any food or treats. He was very timid, very shy. He did, however, crawl right up next to me and was totally submissive. When my husband walked in, he immediately bent over and rolled to his side for a belly rub. The police department couldn't keep him, so he is now in the town shelter. And this is a courtesy post from the lady that wrote this. And if you want more information, you can contact me on Facebook, Paul's Pit Parade. And he is located in Babylon, New York. And that's all I have for this week. We've had a lot of adoptions and a lot of rescues the last couple of weeks while we were taking a break, getting ready for the new season. So all's well in the dog world.
Awesome, Paula. Thank you so much. That's our good friend Paula Archer. Her son's having a birthday. Matt, what's happening? All the love from Conversation with a Pitbull Live. Paula's one of those people, and her friend Carrie, that are out there really, really getting these dogs adopted. And ultimately, that's what this dog show is about. We're trying to spread the word and get some of these dogs adopted and do some good in the world. You know what I mean? We're gonna watch a little video real quick as we're up against it, and we'll be right back.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Teaching a down cue in many circumstances. You may need your dog to be in a down position when grooming, at the vet, meeting children, or perhaps you'd like to sit and relax and have your dog in a down stay next to you. Teaching down may be challenging. Some dogs may do it right away, while other dogs may be reluctant. Be patient. Here is a way to teach down. Step 1. Take a treat and place it on the nose of the dog and bring it down to their front paws. Then slowly move the food lure on the ground between the dog's legs towards the chest and bring it back out, thus luring the dog towards a down. Watch for their front elbows to go down on the ground and their backside to lower. This is a sign that the dog is about to go into a down position. As soon as the dog is in the down position, reward them with a food treat. Step 2. Some dogs will pop out right away from the down as soon as they get the food reward. To prevent this, pay them with 4 food rewards on the floor, delivering them quickly so they hold the position. This will build duration into the down position. This will also help when you work on down stays in the future. Step 3. Make sure you fade the food lure as soon as possible. Once your dog is going down into the position of down with the food lure, without hesitation, start using an empty hand to lure or signal your dog into the down position. Step 4. Many times we'll have to bend down or bend over to issue the lure. Start standing up as soon as possible and issue your hand signal from the most upright position possible. Step 5. Once you have an empty hand as your lure or signal, say the word down. Then use your hand signal to back it up. Say the word first, then use the hand signal, and in time, the word will predict the hand signal and your dog will go down on a verbal cue. Once your dog has no trouble being asked to go into the down position, it's time to start down stays. This is most effectively taught with short durations at first and built upon as your dog gets good at staying in the down position. Here's a way to teach down stay. 1. When your dog is in the down position, say stay. Then use your hand signal for stay to back it up. Don't feed the dog yet. Number 2, take a small step back, then return and feed right away. Number 3, say stay, then use your hand signal to back it up. Number 4, take one small step to the right, then return and feed. Number 5, say stay and then use your hand signal to back it up. Number 6, take one small step to the left, return and feed, and then release with, okay. This way your dog knows the stay is over.
Millie, down. Good girl. Stay. 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 Okay.
An easy way to remember this training exercise is stay, step away, return and pay. Don't use the reward marker of yes when the dog goes into the down position, as many dogs take this to mean that the game is over and then they break looking for food. If the dog pops out of the stay, say oops and reset the dog with an empty hand signal. Do not feed the dog after you reset, as this can cause the dog to be rewarded for breaking the stay. Don't move too far away at first. This lowers your rate of reinforcement and causes more distractions. Build upon your duration first, then build upon your distance. Remember, keep the distractions low at first and build on them. Once your dog has a duration of at least 30 seconds in the down position with a rate of reinforcement every 5 seconds, you can start to add in some slight distractions.
Hey, that was our good friend Drayton Michaels, one of the best dog trainers in the business. We want to thank you so much, Drayton, for blessing us with your video footage. You know what I mean?
Drayton got to get in.
We're up against time as usual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the people in the chat room, we want to send you guys so much love. Of course, our buddy and partner Rita is in there doing her thing. We got Cheryl, Shannon. All you guys, we love you guys so much. Leah, thank you guys so much for working so hard in the chat rooms. You know what I mean?
I got to interrupt you. Guys, we got a new website, drinkpitbull.com.
Yeah.
Say it with me, drinkpitbull.com.
Go get you some of these wonderful flavors, man. These guys are doing
We need to stay on the air. Rebecca, call me. I got a check for you. I got power for you. We want to team up, me, you, Gordon, Raul, and I got a couple other low friends in high places. Let's get it on, Rebecca.
Real quick before we jet out, Raul, any last words, buddy?
Puppy Mill Project.
You know what? I just want to say thank you very much for the opportunity, and it's been nice to see you, my dear friend Foster Quarter. You know, after so many years, and all your buddies here. You know, it's been a great experience, and you're
gonna see more of me, man, because I'm telling you, God did it for a reason. Me, you,
Absolutely.
Johnny Depp, Gordon Shell, Rebecca, and I'm telling other people I can't mention.
And Daniel Mason and Rita and Paula, like
Pitbull's gonna be
directors,
free,
man.
baby.
You're gonna be hearing more
a shiny
about,
jacket and just let him just do his thing. I'm sorry, Raul.
I'm no problem. You're gonna be hearing more about us because I got several projects with my man, Richard Gricko, and we'll get more time to talk about.
And you got about 10 other friends you can
sure.
holler at. So
all my friends are right here in this building, and they're the ones that you guys are supposed to be out there adopting. So adopt our furry friends that got 4 legs. Tune in to Conversation with a Pitbull live every Saturday. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Pitbull Energy Drink, our good friend Diane. Go to drinkpitbull.com. We want to send some love to our buddies at Pitbull Advocate for having us on their show this week.
And
I think their stuff comes on Tuesdays.
Pitbull Advocate is sponsored
Robin
by
out there with
Energy.
Dr. Doghouse and Damien, you guys are doing wonderful things. Get that dog out from Detroit and bring him out to LA. We're going to help get that done. And
next week I'm going to try to get spokesperson for Pitbull Energy Drink.
And look, last thing, the show doesn't go off without a bunch of wonderful people that are helping support. We got our good friend Rita Johnson, Paula Archer, Fred Crais, Drayton Michaels, Dr. Dave, everybody that contributes to the show. It is what it is because of you guys. And thank you guys so much. Thanks to all our guests that joined us from Germany, Nicole. Sorry, Sammy, we didn't get a chance to catch up with you. We know the time difference is crazy down there in Australia, but we'll definitely have you back on the show. Thanks to Raul Julia. And thank you, everybody out there, for tuning in to Conversation with a Pitbull Live. We'll catch you guys next week. Until then, save some dogs,
That's right.
do some good in the world.
And we won't be on the 12th. So 2 weeks from now, they redoing the studio.
Drink Pitbull.
Bye. Pitbull. Energy drink.
And I approve this message.
Duh.